Synopsis. The Zohar discusses the primordial phase that ignited the process of creation. This phase produced a vacated space, a void into which our physical universe would eventually be born. By this act of creation, the infinite gave birth to the finite. Just as the seed contains all the stages that will produce a full-grown tree, including the final fruit, the seed of our cosmos contains all the souls of mankind, including our complete and final fulfillment. Recognizing this motivates us to complete our own spiritual work. It accelerates our spiritual transformation by revealing our connections with the seed, which is the cause of all causes. Chapter 1. When the beginning of the manifestation of the king's will, that is, when the king desired to emanate and create the world, a hard spark made an engraving upon the supernal light. This hard spark, which emanated from the most concealed of all concealed things, from the secret of the endlessness light, took a shapeless form. The spark was then inserted into the center of a circle that was neither white nor black, nor red nor green, nor any color at all. When it began its measurements, it created colors that shone into the empty space and the engraving, from within the spark. This hard spark, a fountain spouted, from which the shades down below received their colors. From the most concealed of all concealed things, from the secret of the endlessness light, emanated two faces. One cleaved and the other did not cleave. Its atmosphere was unknown until forceful blows split a tick, and a concealed supernal point shone. Beyond this point, nothing is knowable, and because of this, it is called by the name Beginning, which means the first of the sayings. Article 2. The brightness of the firmament. Synopsis. When God created the world, he knew that we, the vessels, could not receive his awesome, blazing light in its totality. This Kabbalistic notion can be likened to a tripped circuit breaker caused by an overload of electric current. It can also be compared to the light of the sun, which would incinerate the entire earth if it were to ever approach too close. The Creator, in his infinite wisdom, therefore concealed the greater portion of his light, so as not to overwhelm that which he created. The Zohar recounts the process of how this hidden light began to be revealed. As we correct and transform our crude, immoral nature, we reveal a measure of hidden light in direct proportion to the degree of inner change we've undergone. It is this spiritual change that expands our internal vessel, allowing us to receive a greater portion of hidden light. The Hebrew letters emanate this hidden light into our day-to-day existence. Verse 3. And they who are wise shall shine like the brightness of the firmament, and they who turn many to righteousness like the stars forever and ever. Daniel 12:3. And those who are wise alludes to the souls of the righteous, the brightness of the firmament, to the illumination of the upper three Sephirot, which are revealed when combined with the attribute of mercy, the atmosphere of the brightness that is most concealed of all concealed things, merged with this point and shone into it. Then this beginning, which is Arich Anpin, expanded into a head and body, and made a chamber for its honor and glory. There, inside the chamber, Arich Anpin planted a holy seed to bring forth souls for the benefit of the world. This is the secret of, so the holy seed is its immovable stump. Yeshaya 6:13. The brightness that is sowed for its honor is similar to the purple seed of the silkworm, for the worm encases itself within its own silk, and from that seed it prepares for itself a chamber for its own glory, and for the benefit of all. With this beginning, the concealed unknown created the chamber, and this chamber is called by the name Elohim. This is the secret of the words, in the beginning Elohim created. Bereshit 1:1. This chamber is the brightness from which all 10 sayings were created, according to the secret meaning of the expansion of the point from that hidden brightness. Thus, if the word created applies to it, no wonder it is written, and Elohim created man in his own image. Bereshit 1:27. The brightness which is Arik Anpin is the secret of the beginning, because its name is the first of all. The holy name, Ayah, is engraved upon the sides of Arik Anpin. The name Elohim is engraved on the crown. And this is the secret of Asher, which is concealed chamber, and is the beginning of the revelation of the secret of the beginning. The word Asher consists of the same letters as Rosh, but in reverse order, as the letter Resh, which is the first letter in Rosh, is the last letter in Asher. This shows that it is the Rosh that came out of the Reshit, English beginning, which is Arik Anpin. Therefore, it emerged from the aspect of the head and was formed as a headless body. After the point and the chamber were established as one, Bereshit, which is Arik Anpin, includes a lofty beginning to the light of Kokama. Later, the appearance of the chamber changed, and it was called a house, and the supernal point was called the head. They were included in each other through the secret of the beginning, because combining the words Bayit and Rosh forms the term Bereshit. This was so long as Bayit and Rosh were as one, as long as there was no manner of habitation in the house, as long as Kokman was not clothed with Chasadim, which reveals the 4 colors of the house, but it was sown for the purpose of habitation. Once it was inhabited, it was called by the name Elohim, hidden and concealed. The brightness was concealed and hidden until the children came inside it in order to beget, and the house stood expanded to contain what was established through the holy seed. As long as it had not conceived, the expansion of the house to make it habitable had not occurred, nor was it yet called by the name Elohim. Rather, they both are still part of Bereshit, in the beginning. Therefore, everything is considered as if it is included within Arik Anpin, that is, the beginning. After it became known by the name Elohim, it gave birth to the generations that came from the seed sown within it. He asks, "What is the seed?" and replies, "The seed is the engraved letters, which are the secret of the Torah," referring to Zir Anpin, which emanates from that point, which is Arik Anpin. That supernal point, which is Arik Anpin, sewed inside the chamber, which is Yisrael, Saba, and Tuvanah, the secret of the 3 vowels, Cholam, Sharuk, and Chirik. So they are combined into one secret, a voice that emerges from the joining of the 3 vowels. When the voice came forth, its female counterpart came with it. She included all the letters as is written, the heaven, Bereshit 1:1, that is the voice and its female principle. This voice, which is the secret of the heaven, is the last name of Ayah, which is the brightness that contains all the letters and colors in this manner. Until now, this is the secret of Hashem, our Elohim, Hashem, Devarim 6:4. These 3 grades correspond to the supernal secret in the verse, "In the beginning Elohim created." And so the term, "in the beginning," is an ancient secret, namely Chokmah, that is called beginning. The term created alludes to a concealed secret, from which everything else expands. Elohim's secret meaning is sustaining everything that exists below. The term the heaven alludes to the union of the male and female, and it is forbidden to separate them, but rather one should combine them, for they are the secret of the voice and the utterance. Yud, He, va, he, Adonai, which are united into one. The particle et, the, is created by combining the letters aleph and tav, which are the first and last letters of the alphabet. Thus, et includes all the letters from beginning to end. Afterwards, the letter he, H-E-I, was added to et, E-T, so all the letters would be united with he, H-E-I. This formed the word atah, English, you. Thus the verse reads, "And you do preserve them all." Et is the secret of Adonai, and is so called. Heaven is Yod He Vav He, which is superior to the name Adonai. For Zir and Pin, called the heavens, and also called voice, is the secret of the name of Yud He Va He, and his female principle, called It, and speech, is the secret of the name Adonai. The word Vet alludes to the establishment of the male and female principle. Vet is the secret of Va, Yod, He, Va, and both are as one. The earth is the name Elohim, equivalent to the supernal, which is fit to issue fruit and offspring. This name is included in 3 places and defined in many ways. Up until now, it is the secret of the most secret of mysteries, which was engraved, built, and established in a concealed manner according to the hidden meaning of one single verse. Bereshit is formed of the segments, Barashit. He created 6, because from one end of the heaven to the other, there are 6 branches that extend from the secret of the sublime with the expansion of bara, created. Bara expanded from within the first point, which is Arik Anpin. And here, on this first point, the secret of the name with the 42 letters was engraved. Article 3. Intonations, Vowels, and Letters. Summary. The relationship between the Hebrew letters, vowels, and intonations are explained in terms of their spiritual significance. The Zohar tells us that the letters, vowels, and intonations are not merely the building blocks of language. They are the building blocks of the entire cosmos. They are the sounds of creation, the forces by which stars and planets are constructed, and by which physical and metaphysical worlds are erected. Just as the human voice in song can shatter glass and evoke tears, the Hebrew alphabet affects both physical and spiritual realities. We can set these forces in motion by meditatively scanning the very letters that speak of the secrets of the letters themselves. By so doing, we can draw spiritual sustenance and light into our daily lives. And they who are wise shall sign, Daniel 12:3, like the cantillation marks that the letters and the vowels follow. They move along like soldiers following their king. The letters are the body and the vowels are the aspect of their spirit, and they all follow their intonations and attain their existence. When the tune of the cantillation's mark travels along, the letters and vowels march in step with it, and when the tune stops, they stop as well. The words, "and they who are wise shall shine," allude to the letters and the vowels that shine, and the brightness alludes to the tune of the cantillation marks. The firmament alludes to the expansion of the tune, namely all those intonations that flow and expand along as the tune flows. And they who turn many